What's up, everybody? Welcome to Kinda Funny Games Daily for Thursday, June 28th, 2018. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller. That is the Reverend Jared Petty.
Prom Mania 2018!
Prom Mania is upon us!
It is. I'm really excited.
Of course, Jared, is my Mizzou t-shirt.
I love it.
As everyone knows, I look amazing in this shirt. So when I wear this shirt to work, I don't wear the shirt and tie during Kinda Funny Games Daily.
I love it. It's a good look for you.
You know what I'm saying? Cool. Greg knows what I'm saying over there.
That's right.
Yeah. Where are you right now with excitement levels for Kinda Funny Prom happening this Saturday in San Francisco?
Just ordered a corsage for my lady. Very excited.
Ooh.
Got that cosplay planned out. She's got hers. I got mine.
Yeah.
Getting ready for those various planned activities and sundry things going to be happening there. I'd say that we probably are at the point we have to invent new numbers to describe. Yeah. I really am. This is great. My senior prom was a grease fire.
Okay.
And Angie and I have never really been able to go to a fun dance. So just as a husband, I'm excited about this. As a best friend, I'm excited about this. As an employee, as a narcissist, everything about this.
This speaks to you on every level.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh, I can't wait. This is the best thing we do all year when we have all these people come to San Francisco and party with us. And the fact that prom this year is 600 to 700 people just hanging out.
Yep. Oh, what? You got that ring? What's going on over there?
My phone is up right now because the mother has landed. My mom has touched down at SFO.
Okay.
So when she gets to the office, I need to make sure I can send Cool Greg down to help with bags.
Oh, okay.
You know
That's important. Oh, she's just coming straight here. She's not even going home.
She landed at like 11. And then she has been on the plane since then.
Okay.
They're still doing that thing where there's no gate. We can't let you guys off the plane. We're sorry.
Isn't that fun?
So I keep getting texts from that. That's great. That's always fun. You know what I mean? Like,
nothing like saying it, because when they turn the engines down, it always gets a little hot in the plane, and then it's like
you're just baking in there with all these other strangers.
Yeah.
No, prom's great. It's awesome right now. Watching the hashtag KFProm on Instagram and on Twitter. Everybody bumming around. Cool, Greg. You were out with the kids last night, right?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
You went to Emporium?
And some other place in the Tenderloin or Nob Hill that has like a bunch of arcades and stuff.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, so I'm excited to get to it.
They're having that fun event at the Imagine Games Network tomorrow. Going over there to say hi.
There are too many events to list them all right now. You can get them all on kindafunny.com/. kindafunny.com, and you can find the prom stuff there. They're at the baseball game right now. From there, they're going to the beer garden for the Reddit meetup. From there, they go to the Academy of Sciences. Those are the big things that are planned tonight.
Yep.
Tomorrow is, the IGN, they're doing a Beyond thing.
You know a little about that show.
Yeah, I know, and I know how they're riding my coattails once again, trying to milk me forever. No, I'm kidding around. Great. Thank you, IGN, for opening your doors to all the best friends. Tomorrow, Shit Arcade, Mike Drucker's comedy event. I'm participating in that.
I didn't know you were in that.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if the whole guest list has been announced, but fuck it. It's me, it's Drucker, it's Nick, it's Alfredo, I think.
I did not know that.
Andy, maybe? There's somebody else. There's another name in there. Yeah. Are you going?
Maybe now.
Okay, I see.
Before it was just my
Tickets
Drucker.
are sold out, but I know a guy.
You know a guy that can get me in there? What time is it?
It's late, like 9:30.
No,
that's my call time. 10 o'clock.
That sounds pretty great.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on.
I had no idea you were in that. That's exciting.
Well, I mean, the tickets gone like that, so it's like, well, we don't even need to publicize it.
Oh, right.
It's gonna be a great time.
That makes sense.
But whatever, proms this weekend. You should come here. Trust me, there are still planes flying to San Francisco, even though they won't let you off of them. But come here, have fun. kindafunny.com/tickets, I think is how you get the prom tickets. But you can go there and find out all the information, hang out with everybody. Come to San Francisco, party with us. But I digress. This is Kinda Funny Games Daily. Each and every weekday on a variety of platforms, we run you through the nerdy video game news you need to know about. If you like that, head over to kindafunny.com/KFGD. Give us your questions, comments, concerns, bad PSN names, and everything else under the video game sun. Then tune in to watch us record it live on twitch.tv/kindafunnygames. If you're watching us live on Twitch, thank you so much. Consider giving your Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime subscription to us, or your money to us. We work really hard for it. Of course, you have a job while you're watching us live, though. Go to kindafunny.com/you're wrong and tell us what we screw up as we screw it up, so we can set the record straight for everybody watching later on youtube.com/kindafunnygames and listening on podcast services around the globe.
The globe, indeed. I never cease to be amazed by how smooth that all is for you. Just
Thank
out
you.
of come. Do you ever do it while making love? I'm curious.
No, I do a lot of other things during making love.
Okay, that makes sense.
Cry, a lot of crying. Housekeeping for you today. We're brought to you by Hims, but I'll tell you about that later. For now, let's begin the show with what is and forever will be a jam-packed Roper Report. Time for some news. 7 fat items on the Roper Report today.
A baker's dozen.
Thank you, Cool Greg. Number 1, there is a Halo TV show coming, everybody. For real this time, maybe we'll see. Kiki Wolfkill reported in on this over on 343's blog, writing, "Today we announced that we are working with some incredible talent to bring you an epic new story experience set in the Halo universe, the Halo TV series. Showtime's Showtime brings its powerful legacy of experience in building stories for premium cable, and together with Amblin Television and legendary storyteller Steven Spielberg, have been gracious partners in helping put together the right creative team to bring Halo to television. We are thrilled to have experienced showrunner Kyle Killen, Lone Star, and blockbuster director Rupert Wyatt, Rise of the Planets of the Apes, on board, both of whom bring their own flavor of vision, intelligence, and voice to Halo. We couldn't have asked for a stronger or more passionate team to collaborate with. As we think about what it means to bring video game franchises to movie or TV, the biggest challenge can often be finding the right balance between moments fans have already experienced and moments that have yet to be experienced through a different medium, perspective, or creative lens. We are excited to navigate these creative waters to bring you something that is both respectful of what you already know and love, but also new and surprising and enthralling. It's a journey that we're excited to take with you, our fans, and this new creative team. We're already in the pre-production phase, and we plan to go into full production in 2019. So hang on. This is going to be an awesome ride.
Okay, so as exciting as this news is, I think the most exciting part of this story is that there was someone in the world named Kiki Wolfkill.
You don't know Kiki Wolfkill.
I don't know Kiki.
Kiki Wolfkill, here's what I'll say, is you need to meet. And I'll tell you this, she is as rad as her name implies.
That's fantastic.
She is a fantastic woman. She is great head on her shoulders. Smart, funny, just knows what she is doing.
Kiki Wolfkill, I cannot wait to meet you. Your name is awesome.
Head
and
of
Greg Miller
Transmedia.
recommends getting to know you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's exciting. But back to this Halo stuff.
Yeah, what's your read on a Showtime TV show for Halo?
I mean, I'm going to reserve judgment. The Halo universe is a great setting for a science fiction series. If they follow the lead of something, I think maybe like Battlestar Galactica's later adaptation, where you take the best of an old idea or a different idea and adapt it to a contemporary television audience, you could have a lot of success with something like this. I'm not saying it needs to be dark and dreary, but it needs to be distinctive. The video game storytelling universe of Halo is, and I don't want to hurt fans' feelings, despite its richness of lore, not exactly television quality drama. This is not what I want from a TV series, but there's a base to build on there. So I think they need to abandon the video game style storytelling. I think they need to abandon, frankly, most of the characters and introduce us to people that we're not familiar with, that we can come to love and identify with.
Yeah.
And I think that hoping that this is going to be a series about Spartans and Cortana talking, no, don't go for that. Search for a human element, keep it within your budget, and you could build a powerful science fiction drama on that lore base.
The right balance between moments fans have already experienced and moments that have yet to be experienced through a different medium.
Yeah.
I am fascinated to see what this show is going to be. I do not believe you can do this. Have Master Chief be the main character, have him not take off his helmet. And so like when we start moving into something as simple as that, is that Master Chief's going to have to be cast and he's going to have to take off his helmet. Have we already started doing so many of the unforgivable sins against the Halo property we know that should they sit there and just be like, you know what? Throw it all out. We're obviously the Flood, Halo, like we're sticking with these main things, but we're going to tell you this brand new thing, this new simple thing. Maybe it's in modern day, present day kind of thing. And what happens if they were to invade us now? We don't even have Spartans yet. Yeah. I don't know what it's going to be.
Give me characters that make me laugh and give me characters that make me cry and draw on the richest parts of that universe. And this could be a marvelous TV show. I am actually cautiously optimistic about this. Showtime's made some good stuff. I mean, they're responsible for Penny Dreadful, which is one of my favorite TV series until it was tragically killed before its time.
Yeah, that was the Josh Hartnett one?
That was did you ever watch that?
No.
Oh, man, that was good.
Yeah?
Way better than Heady Business Being.
Okay.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, the series without the license.
Okay.
Yeah, real good.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It is 2018. I think people understand properties better than ever when they're working with an IP. I think the fact that Kiki is there and does know Halo, she had come through a long time ago and done Up at Noon with me, and it was with Mike Coulter, right? Luke Cage himself.
Oh, I did.
Pretty sure his name is Mike Coulter.
Brain not work.
Funny.com.
I don't know.
If I'm wrong, don't bother correcting me or saying if I'm right. When they were doing leading up to the next Halo that had him as for a while as the star of it and all this different stuff before he went to be Luke Cage. Yeah, teaming up with Showtime, teaming up with Amblin, teaming up with these people who, like director Rupert Wyatt, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I assume he's gonna probably direct the first episode. That's usually how this works. You get a big name director for that first thing. That can be cool. That could, they know what they have. It's just interesting of where they're going to put that from a Halo fan perspective.
Yeah, I think the question is going to be with so many stakeholders if they can keep production from being overproduced.
Yeah.
If you got to have input from Microsoft, and you got to have input from 343, and you got to have input from Amblin, you got to have. If it becomes a kind of glossy amalgamation, or if it becomes a mess, that can happen. But if they allow good creative showrunners to just do their thing, this could be a rewarding series.
We will wait and we will see not too long if they're going to go in full production in 2019. You'll get some images. Number 2. Now, Jared, number 2 is an EA story. You used to work at EA.
I did. I am a recent former employee of Electronic Arts. And because of that and the nature of this particular story, I will be recusing myself from this discussion and hiding under this canvas bag.
I mean, you can just walk. Okay, you can put the bag over your head, too. Number 2. Amy Hennig has left EA, I should say, in January. This is via Eurogamer's Tom Phillips, another team up you'll see. Last October, EA shut down Visceral Games, which had been working on a secretive under-wraps Star Wars project led by Uncharted creator Amy Hennig, friend of the show. The game, codenamed Ragtag, was said to be too linear by EA bosses, and development was instead pivoted to EA Vancouver. Since then, while reports have emerged of its troubled development, we've heard nothing about the aftermath, what happened to Hennig, or what the future might still hold for the game under its new guise. When asked if she was still the creative director at a Star Wars project, Hennig replied, and I should point out, I deleted this to make this roll a little faster. This is from Rob Pierce, I believe, also from Eurogamer, the same guy who asked Sean Layden these questions at that conference. This is the same conference. He's doing great work. You're a gamer. You're killing it. Thanks for asking the hard questions. Amy responds, I'm not. I've not worked at EA since January, technically, legally. Yes, this is the This is the problem. It was hard enough for them, but people were immediately asking them, is Amy working with you? And the answer was, well, we're in negotiations. It was sort of a soft pedal answer. I haven't been in, but look, I get along with those people. I consider even the guys on the exec team friends. But it made it awkward because I was like, I never got the chance to announce that I'm not at EA, so I need to just pull off that Band-Aid at some point. But also had nothing to announce. It makes it sound like I just went home. But I'm doing all this stuff, working on all kinds of things. I'm working independently and staying independent. I just started my own small little independent studio and am consulting with some people. I'm hoping to bring some people on board. I would love to have a little company of about 6 to 8 people, 15 at the most, and do some more projects, do some VR stuff. I'm consulting with some VR companies and doing a ton of research because I haven't played a lot to immerse myself in yet. So yeah, I'm not doing anything Star Wars, and who knows what the future may hold, but that project is on the shelf now. The Vancouver studio is working on something pretty different. It's really not, once you go more open world, it's such a different game to the one we were making. Everybody loved what we were doing, and I'd love to see us resurrect that somehow, but it's complicated. So that's the answer to the question. Not surprising, I don't feel. I think when we saw Visceral go down, we were like, uh-oh. And I thought for sure that meant Amy was gone anyway. It's good to have closure. It's good to have her be able to put out a statement that in January as of January no longer involved at all with it. And you figure it was last October when they shut down Visceral and then pulled the plug on that game. So none of it, I don't think, surprising, but you have confirmation now. And what gets exciting is, of course, Amy now being independent and wanting to do some different stuff, a little independent studio and consulting with VR and all these different things. Best of luck. We love Amy. Jared, we're done. Take off your bag. Brush off your shirt. You got a whole bunch of that canvas debris, bag had all those little canvasy things in there.
It did. I like it in there, but it's a nice bag.
It is. Oh, it's a Rockstar bag.
It's a Rockstar bag. Very nice, but it does smell a little weird inside now.
Are you using it for groceries?
Yeah. And
See, my grocery bags always have like the onion skin. You know what I mean? You drop the onion in there, you got that kind of.
This one has kind of that like orangey smell. Like I think maybe put some oranges in there. Yeah, but it's fun to be inside that bag.
Number 3, we're gonna talk to Reggie from Nintendo about accessibility. Waypoint's Austin Walker sat down with him. Of course, Jared, a reoccurring theme of Kind of Funny Games Daily, thanks to our friends at Able Gamers, has been us being a little bit more cognizant of like, oh hey, it's not easy for everybody to play video games in the current climate. And of course, we've seen the Xbox controller, we've seen the Xbox adaptive controller, all these different things, and everything that Abel's done and Steven's done. At E3, Austin sat down to talk to him about this because, of course, we talked about all sorts of Nintendo games that we're enjoying and we love, but it's like, oh, wow, you really can't play these without shaking the controller once in a while or something to that effect. So how would I play that? There is no way to turn it off. That's a bummer for people who can't. Austin asked Reggie, and this is a great interview overall. You should go check it out. But he says, And there are a lot of questions about how Nintendo as a platform holder can really help allow custom controls and other sorts of accessibility options, not just in first-party games, but also as a platform holder. Are there any thoughts or internal conversations about how to make the platform and all the games on the platform more accessible for players with disabilities? And Reggie says, so I'll answer this in two parts. One, the conversation around accessibility is significant, and it's happening at the highest levels of the company from the development standpoint in terms of how do we make sure that every player who wants to engage with our product can. So it's a huge topic. The other piece I'd say is, I was over at Microsoft's booth yesterday, and we had some hands-on time with the adaptive controller. And this is an area where I believe it's in the best interest of the industry to have the conversation and to think about the longer-term solutions, because this is not, I would argue this really isn't a platform-specific issue. It's an industry issue of how do we make sure that our content and the ability to play our content is as inclusive as possible. Back to Austin. Do you see that conversation being something that happens largely in sorts of conversations behind closed doors? Is that something the ESA gets involved in? What does it look like? Reggie. I'm not sure, candidly. All I can tell you is that I saw the product. Phil and I are friends. We live close by, and our headquarters is close by. And so certainly this is a topic I do think we can continue to engage.
I do love that word, candidly.
100%.
I really do.
It's what we talk about all the time in this show, is that when you lose people is when you forget, when you start acting like you're not a human. Mm-hmm. You're allowed to be asked a question and go, I don't know. We don't have a plan. We're working. You know what I mean? Like, this obviously is a PRE answer, but it also it reads and sounds honest from Reggie of, candidly, we don't know, but we're close enough to Phil that we can go over there and see. And how fucking amazing would that be? We've given Nintendo and Xbox have been riding this great wave of lip service of crossplay and this and survive together, play together, do all the things with the Minecraft thing and now Fortnite and all this. Groundbreaking. If they were to be like, you know what? Guess what, everybody? Xbox cracked the code here. They have a $100 controller that anybody with that you can configure to do whatever. Yeah. We've patched it so you can plug into your Switch dock and use that.
It'd be amazing.
And that would be like a true. That is a fucking awesome moment. Like, all the other stuff's cool and it's marketing and it's whatever, and next generation it could all change. But if they did that, holy shit.
No, it'd be great for both companies. It'd be great for their PR. It'd be great for gamers. It'd be great for everybody. It's a wonderful solution. I imagine they know that. Reggie's, I don't pretend to see inside the man's head, but he's one of the most careful people about what he says.
Sure.
In this entire industry.
He doesn't do interviews often.
Yeah,
right? I've never interviewed Reggie. I've tried. I asked Nintendo every E3 if I could have an interview with Reggie. And they're always like, no, take off your shirt and play this game. And I'm like, all right. I'll go do a Let's Play of me shirtless.
Reggie will tell us something when he's ready to.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that he went in here at the same time, was willing to say, yes, the conversation is happening. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you this. And that's all I'm going to tell you till we got more to say. Great. I'm very sensitive to this. I've expressed this on the show before. After Angie's accident, I became far more aware of this issue than I had been before, and how important it is for so many people. And our experience was just one tiny sliver of all the experiences that are out there that are made more problematic by the way control interfaces are designed and the way that interactive interfaces are designed. And let's do more.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. And I think, it's, again, an honest response. Like, that's, the complete opposite of the initial PlayStation response to Fortnite crossplay and all this stuff, right? And I'm not trying to, this is apples and oranges, but it is, hey, we're people and here's a real response. And I take this to heart that they're looking into it, because it isn't Nintendo any longer seeming tone deaf, right? This was a thing that, again, having these issues raised, having this daily show where we're talking about it and getting so many different people who are watching it. Thank you all for supporting the show. It's very successful. And giving opinions and talking about their struggles with it. Something that had gone under my radar, but then when it pops up and, you can't play this game this way. And Steven being like, this is what Nintendo's always been like, right? Yeah. Clearly there needs to be a response. And I'm not sure if they've given this response before, that when they get asked about accessibility, they're like, hey, we're working on it.
Well, again, going way back deep in their history, they were in some ways pioneering in accessibility. I mean, even the NES had accessibility-oriented controls that were created. So I think that they're interested in the conversation.
Can't wait to see what it comes down to. Number 4 is there now streaming to win in Forza. This has split the community. One of you wrote in with a question about it, but that I did put in here. So thank you, Patrick, the Xbox guy, for writing in to put this on my radar at kindafunny.com/KFGD. But Sam at Ars Technica reports on something that could be cool or could be annoying, depending on how you look at it. I'll let Sam take it away. When describing upcoming features in October's Forza Horizon 4, Playground Games art director Benjamin Penrose reminded us that Forza games have typically included ways to progress outside of standard races. Horizon 4's in-game currency can be used to unlock new cars and features in the game, and Penrose said that players can, quote, progress in the game just by painting or tuning or streaming your gameplay on Mixer, end quote. Custom car paint jobs and car tuning loadouts are not new to the Forza franchise, but that last option is. Horizon 4 will be the first Microsoft Studios game to recognize when players broadcast their live gameplay via Mixer, and then give out bonuses within that game for doing so. Parentheses. Mixer is a Twitch-like... oh man, I fell into this one. Mixer is a Twitch-like service that Microsoft acquired in 2016 when it was called Beam, end parentheses. All Xbox One consoles received an update last year to integrate one button stream to Mixer support, which players can swap to Twitch by going through the system's options. Penrose did not elaborate on how much progress can be unlocked for tuning on a Mixer broadcast, nor did he elaborate on... Yeah, okay. Oh, turning on, I apologize. Progress can be unlocked for turning on a Mixer broadcast, nor did he elaborate on whether players can earn rewards for doing the same thing on Twitch. Parentheses, if Playground and Microsoft Studios lock Twitch out of the perk, this may be them pushing their luck. Hyperlinking to another story Sam had written. Microsoft has yet to announce whether Horizon 4 will include other new ways to earn or pay for in-game bonuses. In the week plus since learning this about Horizon 4, we've been unable to find a comparable feature in any video game, meaning one that recognizes a broadcast on Mixer, Twitch, or any service, and then gives out goodies inside the same video game as a reward. Some video games already include official and deep integration with Twitch and Mixer, but these rely largely on audience-driven tools like the digital card game Super Fight and the Battle Royale game Darwin Project. Patrick, the Xbox guy, wrote in with this. Oh, and here comes his question. He gave me the question, gave me the source. It's an interesting conversation. Patrick writes in and says, "Greetings, kind of funny hosts. I'll jump right to the point. It was announced today that in Forza Horizon 4, you can unlock car/upgrades by streaming. Judging by the Reddit post, most of the community thinks this is awesome. I do too. But the Ars Technica article seemed to be written with a pejorative tone, calling it stream to win. What are your thoughts? Personally, I think it sounds like an awesome alternative for gamers to unlock things in the game. Streamers might have a different play style to keep their crowds entertained, and it seems like this might allow them to naturally progress. Maybe just cuddle the chicken today and remind it that the world isn't ending. Thanks for all you do, Patrick the Xbox guy." Jared, what do you think of all this information? I've jumped on you.
How weird is that? But I mean, it was inevitable. Somebody was going to try it, and I imagine we'll see more of it. I have complicated, layered thoughts about this that I'm not going to babble about for long here.
Okay.
I don't think that it's intrinsically bad.
Yeah.
I think that many people enjoy streaming, so why not get in-game rewards for doing it? It's a marketing ploy, largely. Get our game out there and get
Definitely
people seeing
a first
it.
party, hey, let's support Mixer ploy.
Yeah. But let's think about this, too. Frankly, so was painting cars and doing tunes and things like that. Things that were designed to get shared and be awesome and seen by other people anyway. Now, they were less blatant in that regard of, hey, we want to make our game shareable. But there's a lot going on. People are designing games around them being noticed. That's not new. Yeah. People were always designing games around being noticed. Before there was streaming, it was graphical fidelity or incredible audio or great storytelling. And those are all still parts of ways we market our games. Well, Features are there to market them.
Hell, at the arcade, right? It's how good your cabinet looked and what kind of art you had, right? Pinball machines, how loud they were, what did they do, what kind of graphics, or not even graphics, art.
Yep, Tangent, that Iron Maiden pinball machine that just came out, is dope.
You saw it at IGN's office?
Yes, I saw it. It is beautiful.
I keep up with what they're getting via Damon's Twitter feed when the new pinball machines
so lovely, man.
Yeah.
Oh, but without going on a long tangent there, I don't have a particular problem with this in Forza Horizon, where I think it kind of fits, especially if it's, as long as it's not intrinsic. I can't imagine Microsoft wants a world where everyone is trying to stream the same game at the same time.
My thought process on it when I read it, into taking out the stream to win title, which I think is just a quirky title and an interesting way to put it in there, especially not knowing what it is. I assume this is going to be you stream for 30 minutes, an hour, whatever, and you unlock like paint jobs or whatever the hell you're goofy things you're unlocking. Similar to how you're at Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, and on your Twitch Prime loot drop this month for Fortnite is this skin and that thing, where it's like it's just something to yeah, look, I have a Mixer T-shirt in a game, or I have a Mixer
It could
paint
be,
job.
yeah, it could be that. I do wonder if you could unlock cars or other things with it in some games. I
Mixer
mean,
car.
things that have like experience, but yeah, exactly. You could have
And even
specific
then,
rewards for
if
it.
you do something like that, who cares? And what it is it's doing what I think Xbox achievements started to do. Play the game a little bit differently. You never stream, but you want this car, and what it means is you have to stream for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Come see how easy it is to stream. Come see what it's like to have somebody pop up in your chat and talk to you.
Yeah.
And that would be, I think they're looking to get that 1% of the people they get through the door to stick around and do it.
Maybe my opinion on this will change, but right now I'm like, well, more ways to play. Okay.
Yeah, whatever. I think it's just a cool way to do it. But it'll be. I don't think they're going to window some car that does 200 miles an hour behind it or something.
Yeah, if they do, I think they'll have blowback very quickly.
Exactly. Then you're gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
Speaking of a problem, Greg Way, number 5 on the Roper Report. Warner Brothers has responded to Bethesda's lawsuit. If you remember this from last week, it was the whole, or maybe this week. I don't know. It was the whole thing of Bethesda suing WB and Behavior over the fact that Westworld iOS game seems a lot like Fallout Shelter. This is via Vic Hood over at IGN. They got a statement from WB that reads: as one of the world's leading creators of intellectual property, including the groundbreaking television series Westworld, Warner Brothers has a deep respect for intellectual property rights. As such, the assertions by Bethesda Softworks that Warner's Westworld mobile game improperly used source code from Bethesda's Fallout Shelter are as surprising as they are unsubstantiated. Warner Brothers has been assured by the game developer, Behavior Interactive, that Bethesda's allegations are untrue and that none of Bethesda's code was used in the Westworld game. Moreover, contrary to Bethesda's baseless accusation, Warner Brothers at no time induced Behavior to use the Fallout Shelter code in Westworld. End statement.
Baseless accusations. All right, look at this legalese.
Yep.
First, hey, there's no basis, they're saying. Second, and if there is, it's not our fault, it's the developer.
Yeah,
that's what I read there.
I liked it. I'm like, this, we know all about intellectual property. We would never do that. By the way, we've been assured by the guys who made the game. Remember, Behavior Interactive made the game. They say they didn't do it. So we've done our due diligence.
Yeah, we don't have a clue what really happened here
I
yet.
just wanted to basically update the story because we've talked about Bethesda's stance on it. Great. Let's give WB their equal airtime to come out and say it, and we'll see how it all shakes out when the time comes.
Yeah, we need to keep following it because so it's fascinating.
Still interesting.
Things like this have happened before. It would not be unprecedented.
It's true. Number 6, Overwatch's hero number 28 is a hamster and a mech. And hey! I'm bringing in number 1 games journalist Andy Cortez to the shock mic. Cool, Greg? Shock mic's up. Cool, Greg's bringing shock mic up. So that number 1 games journalist Andy Cortez, who's eating something. What are you eating?
I was eating some of them pork rinds, Jared. The ones you put in the cabinet.
Oh yeah,
Delicious.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good.
Delicious.
Drinking your LaCroix. What do you got? What can you tell me about this Hero 28 hamster and a mech?
All right, Greg. So there's this place called Horizon Lunar Colony, right?
Sure. I know it well.
Humanity was is trying to sort of progress with space exploration, right? And expand, you know what I mean? So they had a bunch of gorillas up there.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt right now. This must
Go
be
ahead.
what it's like to listen to me talk. I'm
Cool,
just
Greg.
realizing this
My
is
mother
it.
has
Okay.
arrived.
All right. This is what it's like listening to me talk. I'm experiencing it firsthand now.
They got
Please
a bunch
continue.
of gorillas up there in space, Greg, and
I'm
they
here,
are
I'm here.
experimenting on them so that so they could see what the prolonged effects of them being in space are, right?
Yeah.
Well, these gorillas revolt and they go crazy. One of the gorillas who leaves the horizon once they kill all the humans. Name is Winston. You might know him. He goes,
I do know Winston from the,
Yeah, he
the
goes,
trailers.
Okay.
"Oh, is this thing on?" That's my Winston
He's
impersonation.
Donkey
Great.
Kong's cousin, right?
Yeah, exactly. So he
Okay.
goes to Earth. He jets. He's like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
I'm out, man.
Well, little did we know there was a hamster there named Hammond, and Hammond, he's a little guy. He also has been experimented on, and he starts gaining sort of like intelligence, just like the gorillas.
So
did.
he's like Mrs. Brisby
I don't know who that is.
of the Rats of Nim.
Oh God, I don't. I'm sorry, Jared.
That's all right.
No, I'm sorry.
But he's named for John Hammond, creator of Jurassic Park.
No, I think it's just hamster.
Gavin Hammond, I thought. 'cause-
Hamster.
Okay.
So he pieces out. So he would always sneak out at night to make to like experiment and try to be an engineer.
To be
mechanic.
100% crystal clear, right? This, you're not making this up. This
No.
is real.
Huh.
Because like this morning when I put this on here, there was just a teaser trailer of the mech and then the hamster popping out.
100% real.
More stuff's happened because you're number 1 games
real.
journalist. Got it.
Yeah, more stuff got released in. So little did we know that when Winston pieced out and went back to Earth and on his own spaceship landed in Watch Point, Gibraltar, Hammond pieced out and landed in Junkertown in Australia. So Hammond's been tearing it up over there in his. So essentially, he lands in Australia, and then he makes a ball pod out of the escape pod that he left in.
Like a hamster wheel?
Come here, Mom.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, hey, would you like me to move so your mom can
No,
sit
I'm
down?
just going to get right. Andy's explaining, hold on, Hammond the hamster who landed in Junkertown, Australia.
Exactly. Yeah.
Love you too.
Thanks for coming.
My pleasure.
You know
Hi,
Jared,
Greg's
right?
mom.
Yes.
Greetings. Good to
Nice
see
to
you
meet you
again.
again.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Notice.
I know, nice Portillo's jacket, huh? Look at that. Yeah, all right, thanks, Mom.
So Hammond is tearing it up, Greg.
I'm listening,
He's participating in these sort of gladiator matches in his wrecking ball. They don't know he's a hamster though. He's a big hamster though. The experimentation made him grow a bit.
Okay.
Now, how big is a big hamster?
He's probably
Yeah.
like 1.5 feet tall, maybe 2 feet tall.
Wow, that's a big hamster.
Yeah, he's a big hamster. Yeah, he's been experimented on, so the effects have caused him to grow, I guess.
Okay.
So Hammond,
Does he have an Australian accent?
no, he does not
Okay.
talk. He has an AI that allows him to speak and communicate with other people.
Okay.
Whoa,
So-
wait, he's like plugged into his brain, or?
Just the robot. The robot. It's kind of like a Stephen
Ratchet
Hawking
and Clank?
thing.
Oh.
Stephen Hawking.
Oh,
sort
wait,
of
does he
thing.
have like the little like thing where he moves
Yeah,
his
he has
fingers
all
like
sorts
Stephen
of
Hawking?
like gadgets or whatever. So
Okay.
him and Winston were homies back on the moon. Winston doesn't know that Hammond's back, so this is gonna be a big shock. This is gonna be a big shock, Greg.
Wow.
And Jared.
Wow.
When Winston discovers, oh my God, my homie's here, and he's in a wrecking ball, and he's been tearing stuff up in
Yeah.
Australia. So Hammond's abilities are really cool.
Okay.
He's a main tank or an off tank. Now with the latest change in Overwatch, they took away defensive heroes. So
Okay.
now
Of course,
there
we
are
all
only
remember
3
that.
categories. There are only tanks, damage, and support. It used to be tank, offense, defense, support. Now
Right.
it's tank, damage. They essentially took all the offense and defense, lumped them in one big damage category, and then their support. So Hammond is essentially a tank. He has some really cool abilities. He has his main primary weapon is just these. He has quad cannons, is what they call. They're just kind of like big machine guns that he has.
Like
Shoots
the
them all
Millennium
around.
Falcon, like the quad laser cannons.
Yeah.
Okay.
He could switch into the ball form and roll around. What's really cool about the ball form is while he's in the ball form, he can use a grappling claw, which is another ability. And it can go, so essentially if he's running down a hallway and needs to take a sharp left turn, he can grapple on the wall, swing around super fast.
Like the Batmobile.
Yeah, exactly.
Good
And what's
call.
really cool about that is it gains momentum and causes damage on enemies. So you'll see sort of a visual indicator that he's going faster than the normal amount. He kind of glows orange, and he's able to push enemies back and cause damage.
Okay, so grappling hooks make any video game better. I'm very excited about
absolutely.
this. Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's like kind of limited. I feel like there's a pretty slow cooldown on it. It seems like. He has this adaptive shield ability where you can pop it on and it just sort of creates a shield around him that'll add, I think, like 200 shields. And you can also use that while you're either in the offensive mode when you're shooting or while you're in the ball mode.
Okay, before you continue, he has a quad cannon. He has the ability to swing around corners.
Sure.
He has the shield. Does he have the ability to have a big water thing and go?
He does not. He does not, Jared.
That would have been cute.
a
That would have been
loss.
He
cute.
does not. He has an ability called Pile Driver where he can, where you're in the air and then you can drop down super fast, cause damage to enemies, sort of like in a little shockwave effect.
Okay.
And the enemies pop up in the air.
A little AoE.
Yeah.
Does he have wood chips?
No, he does not.
Okay.
And then his ultimate is an ability called Minefield. And Minefield is this thing where he releases, I think, 8 little mines that are proximity based, and if enemies get near them, they cause a lot of damage. And I think what this is going to help out a lot with is causing the enemy team to go a different route, because you can essentially put these mines down in a hallway, and enemies can't really go near it. You can't really shoot them. I don't think you can. At least he can't shoot them.
Is he pooping these mines like little hamster turds?
That's a
No,
great
he
point,
is
actually.
not.
They are little balls.
He is not.
They're
They're
little-
just shooting out.
They're just shooting
maybe
out.
he's pooping them out. I don't know.
Okay.
But that's hamster. That's Hammond.
That sounds good.
Well,
Hammond.
it's not. They're not referring to him as Hammond. That's his name, but it's Wrecking Ball. Wrecking Ball's the character.
So he's a ball most of the time. He's not like a mech, like a battle mech.
he does turn into a
Oh,
ball.
he does that
no.
too.
He
okay.
does turn into the mech mode.
It
when
looks a
he's
little
in-
bit like Dr. Eggman.
Okay. Oh, so
Kind
does
of,
he look
yeah.
kind of like that baby driving a mech from Captain Commando, like that? Like
I don't know what you're referencing.
What the fuck is
Jared.
Captain Commando?
he's talking about an anthropomorphic hamster driving a mech suit. I mean, it's anything's open here.
Captain Commando. I just don't understand the reference, Jared. But
That's okay.
Yeah, he is in a mech. He's in like a little.
Gotcha. Are you going to play as him?
I mean, I'm definitely gonna try him out.
All right.
But
When's he drop?
He's available right now on the PTR.
Okay. Oh.
The player test
Yeah.
realm or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck they call it. But I don't know when he's releasing to everybody else.
Okay.
It's Hammond the hamster, guys.
Hammer
Thank you,
hamster.
Andy.
Thank you.
What a
Andy.
great
That's rad.
report from the #1 game
Yeah,
journalist,
I
Andy
called it
Cortez.
Jeff Kaplan. He gave me some insider
Awesome.
info.
That's
so.
it. You had you're over there with all your
Cool guy.
phones.
Yeah, we're just talking and hanging
Skip
out.
Bayless over there.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna see him at RTX. So.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you, Andy. Cool, Greg. Feel free to kill the shock, Mike.
Video games are very strange, Greg Miller.
Very strange. Very strange. Number 7, the final item on the Roper Report. Binding of Isaac has smashed card game. What?
What's that?
Binding of Isaac smashes card game smashes Kickstarter goals. Is the name smashes? You putting smash in there twice? This is your story. You're making me look like an idiot up here.
I'm just started doing this on purpose.
What a surprise! It's from Twinfinite, where
That's right.
Keenan McCall wrote, "The Binding of Isaac Four Souls, the latest creation from acclaimed indie developer Edmund McMillan, has already surpassed its Kickstarter funding goal by more than 10 times. Jeez. Launched on June 27th, the game's campaign has already raised $526,641 from 7,678 backers and continues to climb, far surpassing the original goal of only $50,000. Based off of McMillan's massively successful The Binding of Isaac, Four Souls is a tabletop card game which incorporates characters, bosses, and elements from the title into a competition between players to gather 4 souls. McMillan has also stated that the game will incorporate the randomness and variety the game is known for through the number of bosses, power-ups, and loot available in each play session. The Binding of Isaac Four Souls campaign is set to run until July 27th with a final launch window of November 2018.
So Ed McMillan of Super Meat Boy fame, Binding of Isaac fame, decided to make a tabletop card game, and in one day has gone 10 times over what he needed to raise to make that happen. I think that's pretty neat.
That's awesome.
It's kind of inspired by Four Swords.
Okay.
That's the idea. Like, just as Binding of Isaac, it's very Zelda-esque.
Yeah.
This is very Four Swords Adventure-esque. I know it's a tabletop game, but I think it's a pretty neat project. Also, he did an interview.
An IP that we all know.
Yeah, and a couple of days before this launch, when he wasn't sure whether or not it was going to succeed, he did an interview with Kotaku, which is not referenced here, where he's like, "Oh, by the way, I have no idea this is going to work, but totally like just steal my cards." Like, he just shows the game and is like, "Please pirate this." He's like, "Whatever," because it's Edmund McCall, and
of course,
he's an interesting dude. He's kind of a good, he's wonderful. But I'm excited about this. Kickstarter stories are, you're never quite sure what's going to happen there. Great stuff happens, like Bloodstain comes out of that. Not so great stuff happens sometimes. This is one I think that looks like a lot of fun. I'm going to play this game. Do you care about this?
No, I'm just not a tabletop guy. I've tried. I just can't do it. I only have time for so many nerdy passions, and that can't be one of them.
That makes sense. No, I get that.
I'll be, ready. I could not get to anything. This is where you're at the week before prom.
Yeah,
where I'm just like, I was looking for anything to say that I'm excited to hear what you think of it, but that's what I'll say.
I put smashes in there twice and 3
did.
off. So I didn't do that on purpose. That was just
broken me.
I was just very dumb.
Speaking of being broken, Mom's trapped on a plane for hours. She's drinking wine over there already.
Because you're out of beer.
Yeah, you know what? The kegs need to be replenished. The guy who fills them usually had a baby, so I'm not gonna keep emailing him. Well, no, you know what? It's pretty hard on the man having the baby too. You know what I mean, Mom?
No, I don't.
She's not mic'd, so no one can hear her giving me all the sass.
I
back,
really love this sass is pretty good. Would you like to come up here and give him some sass?
No, let's keep going. I want to take her to lunch. I'm excited to eat food, Jared, but it's still so far away because this show keeps going. If I wanted something more immediate, where would I go?
I'd go to the official list of upcoming software across each and every platform is listed by the Kind of Funny Games Daily show hosts each and every weekday.
Yeah.
Nice.
Out today, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night backer demo. You're playing it.
I am playing it. Okay, so near as I can tell, this is the one from E3.
Okay.
And wow, that game's real good. At first, it's just the lady running around at a 2.5D platformer. What's the big deal? And you start playing, like, oh, there's so much going on. Things are hidden everywhere. There's constant customization. You get a new ability every 5 minutes, and yet it doesn't feel overwhelming. It's just evokes the feeling and soul of Symphony of the Night, one of the 10 best video games ever made.
Yeah.
And I'm just, it's to the point that, like, I'm starting to have muscle memory reactions for a game I've never played.
That's awesome.
Like, yeah, I was in this, there's a boss fight at the end of the second part of the E3 demo that's very different than the first boss fight. Like, the first one's this big monster lady with tentacles. You may have fought against her if you played the earlier demo, but you get into this one and there's just this sword guy who's about your size, and it feels so Symphony. I'm like, I'm Alucard.
Yeah.
I am Alucard right now.
That's awesome.
And it's Oh, it's good. I have no idea what slices are. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Previews, you never share.
Sure.
But man, it feels like they understood what made this game special.
What, as you're a backer, obviously you've been following it. Where are we right now with Bloodstained?
Close.
Yeah?
Close, it feels like. Now, close could mean, I'm going to guess 2019.
Okay.
I mean, I've heard 2018. My suspicion is it's a 2019 game. I'm basing that purely on my gut.
Okay.
And the fact that they're going to wait until they got it right, and they don't have any reason to hurry now.
Sure.
Because they've got the money they're going to get for that first segment. They're fine. But when it comes out, I think there's a very good chance we're looking at an exceptional 2D platformer that's going to have a lot of replay value.
Good. All right. We'll wait for that one too with bated breath. Still out today, and remember, eventually I'm going to stop saying platforms because it's Switch stuff, because it's Switch Thursday. Elite Dangerous Beyond Chapter 2 arrives today and is available free on PlayStation 4, PC, and Xbox One.
Beyond!
Epic Loon is on Xbox One. Dream Alone, Switch. Fighting EX Layer, PS4. Here we go with a bunch of Switch ones. Figment. Fossil Hunters. Grave Danger. IFO's on 3DS. Limbo comes to Switch. MotoGP 18 is on Switch. Next Up Heroes on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. No More Heroes here, Switch. Paranautical Activity, Photon Cube. Tour de France 2018 on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Here's a giant drop of Switch games. ACA Neo Geo Money Puzzle Exchanger.
The puzzle game we've all been waiting for.
I was excited that Lumines was out this week, but then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I want Money Puzzle Exchanger.
Money Puzzle Exchanger is weird.
Yeah?
It is a strange drop-style puzzle game that's all about matching money values.
Sure.
It's a weird game. It's not bad. It's an interesting puzzle.
Okay.
It ain't luminous, but it's also worth your attention. It's kind of an odd take on it.
I believe that. Angels of Death, Arcade Archives Renegade.
Okay, I get a lot. I like old games. Renegade sucks.
Thank you for being honest for a change here. Inside is also on Switch. The Journey Down Chapter 2. Blocka Picks Color is a Nintendo 3DS game that's out. IFO is also on the 3DS. Then State of Decay 2 has a DLC pack, the Independence Pack, for $5. Gives you a whole bunch of fireworks, Revolutionary War outfits for the zombies, and I think there's also just a patch in general to make the game run better. Playground mode should be back in Fortnite today. And then there's a new special outfit added to Super Mario Odyssey. After you finish the main story, Nintendo says, check out the shop to find the Rango hat and Rango suit.
Oh, there we go.
New dates for you. Mother Gunship is hitting PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One on July 17th. Marvel Powers United VR is coming out July 26th. Toe Jam and Earl Back in the Groove is coming out to PC and consoles later this year. I usually don't put if it's just like, hey, sometime this year, the fall. But Toe Jam and Earl, you got to give a shout out.
Yeah, you a Toe Jam and Earl guy?
Yeah, well, I was a Genesis guy. So
okay, it makes sense. Yeah. I think Toe Jam and Earl's really interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting for sure. It's weird.
Not the weirdly, if I remember the third one's the weirdly racist one, I think. But the first one's really good.
Okay. Blade Strangers is coming to Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and PC on August 28th. The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs is coming to PlayStation 4 July 31st. Castaway Paradise comes to PlayStation 4 July 31st. And then a favorite around the office here, Firewall 0 Hour is launching on PlayStation VR August 28th.
Do you think we could just start slipping in fake ones at any one
100% you could slip in all sorts of fake things in here.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Do you think we should start doing one a week and seeing if they can pick it out?
All right, here's what I say. Yes, we should, but we are never going to mention it again. So this is the one time where guess what? Every Thursday there will be one fake game.
Okay.
And then you're wrong. You can try. They can try to guess which one.
I love that.
One.
All right.
Deals of the day. Xbox games with gold for July have been announced. Xbox One will get Assault Android Cactus July 1st through the 31st. And then Death Squared, July 16th through August 15th. We love Death Squared around here. Full disclosure, they paid us to do a party mode, I think, at one point. But we liked it beforehand, and we liked it after the hand, and we still have the cubes all over the place.
When one death isn't enough.
Yeah, exactly. The party mode's really great, and we all get mad at Kevin, so go check that out, youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. Xbox 360, which are compatible with Xbox One, is getting Virtual Fighter 5, the final showdown, July 1st through the 15th. And then Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Conviction, July 16th through the 31st. And then Jared Petty adds one in. FTL is $2 on iOS right now.
That's real cheap. Yeah, if you have an iPhone, you should own FTL. That's it. That's really and $2.
It's a PC game though, right?
It's a PC game, but it's perfect on touch controls. Yeah, absolutely perfect for that. If you've never played FTL, it's a very fast-playing, in-depth, wonderful, easy to understand kind of spaceship management simulator.
Yeah,
that's way more interesting than I just made it sound. At $2, it's a steal. It's the kind of game you can sink hundreds of hours into.
Yeah,
with
the
no
PC
problem.
version was a runner for IGN Game of the Year that
I remember correctly.
Yeah,
it's
during Judgment Day.
It's a superb video game, and at $2, it really is like a steal. I just one of the best friends just recently completed Desert Golfing. Greg, I couldn't believe it. He got through it. He started after us and finished before. Like, can you believe that? 13 to 21,000 holes, somewhere in that area. He finished it.
Wow.
Couldn't believe that.
I also have breaking news here.
Breaking news.
Yeah,
what's going on? What's going on?
I want to make sure I got it all correct here.
I'm
it's
riveted.
Not that big of a video. You can dial back the excitement. I mean,
okay.
I think it pertains to me. Somebody's texting me to say that they just saw this.
Uh-oh. What's going to happen here? What we got?
I think we're all set then. Yeah, 10 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago. All the details are here. Let me make sure.
Okay, he's checking it. Look at it.
I need to. Yeah. Okay.
He's
hold on.
researching.
Good.
Deep research happening right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're standing here with bated breath, sitting here with bated breath in the Kind of Funny Studios live from Melbourne, Australia.
We're in Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah, you didn't realize that while you're looking at your phone. We teleported.
Well, hold on a second.
What's going on here? This is amazing.
You do that where you just have.
This is great. This is great radio right here.
Yeah.
Folks on Twitch, just look at the bated breath.
Oh, there it was there. So hold on.
It is there. Oh wait.
Oh God.
Are you reading embargo agreements?
Well, it's definitely an embargo thing. Here it is.
All
there
right.
you go. I'm happy to confirm that I am hosting the Marvel Games panel at San Diego Comic-Con.
All right.
It is in Hall H. My first Hall H panel ever. The biggest hall at Comic-Con, of course.
Hall
so that's
H.
a big deal for me. They just tweeted out, join us at Marvel SDCC for an inside look at the latest games, latest and greatest from Marvel Games, exclusive reveals, all new content, and special sneak peeks are in store for Hall H attendees. See you at Comic-Con. So that's Thursday, July 19th from 1 to 2 p.m. Their image showing. So I don't screw any up embargoes. Marvel Conquest of Champions, Marvel Battle Lines, Marvel Spider-Man on PlayStation 4, Marvel Strike Force, Marvel Powers United VR.
One might say this is a marvelous piece of news.
Hey, I like what you did there, Jerry. That's my boy.
No, congratulations. That's a really big deal.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited about it. It's going to be a fun one. You know what else will be fun, Jared?
What's that?
Going through Reader Mail.
Reader Mail!
But first, I'll tell you it's brought to you by Hims. 4hims.com is a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, sexual wellness, and more for men. Hims connects you with real doctors and medical-grade solutions to treat hair loss. Well-known generic equivalents to name-brand prescriptions to help you keep your hair. There are no snake oil pills, no gas station counter supplements. Prescription solutions backed by science, no waiting room, no awkward doctor visits, and you can save hours by going to 4hims.com, just like Nick Scarpino and Andy Cortez did. They are using the product. They went there. You take photos of your hairline. You send it into them. They send back the feedback. You talk to these professionals. They get you the right product at a better price.
Do you think there's hope for me, Greg?
You know what? I'd love to see you try. Let's see what 4hims can do for you, all right?
I might end up with like a barcode.
These like rows of hair trying to come on. Yeah. Order now. My listeners get a trial month of Hims for just $5 today, right now, while supplies last. See the website for full details. This would cost hundreds if you went to the doctor or pharmacy. Go to 4hims.com/gamesdaily. That's FORHIMS.com/gamesdaily. 4hims.com/gamesdaily. Chris writes in to kindoffunny.com/KFGD and says, Jared, did you get a chance to play the SNK Neo Geo Mini at E3? Are you planning on getting one? And if so, will it be the Japanese or the international version? Or should people go to patreon.com/Jared Petty and pledge Patreon support so they can enjoy it and buy it with you?
The answer to that is I'll answer both those questions first. Or should they? Yes, they should go to patreon.com/Jared Petty or reddeadradio.com or hoploopandjump.com.
You're all over the place. You're everywhere.
All of which will take you to my Patreon because, I'm allowed to keep doing this by the support you guys show. That was very kind of you, Chris, to call that out. Chris, by the way, is not an alter ego for me. This is actually someone surprising me. But I do very much need your support there to continue doing what I'm doing right now. And that would be very helpful. As for an SNK Neo Geo Mini at E3, I did not get to play it at E3. I did get to play the SNK 40th Anniversary Edition at E3, which was very exciting, but that's a different collection. That's the Switch collection. I will absolutely be buying this, assuming the controller is of the quality that I expect it to be. I'm tempted to buy the Japanese one because I really want the Japanese button coloration. I know that's very silly, but they're slightly different panels, and I really like the way that Japanese Neo Geo button coloration looks compared to the American cut of it. Sure. So I think that's the one I'm going to go for. There's a lot of great Neo Geo games. I think it's a cute little cabinet. It's really well designed from the pictures I've seen, and I wanted to get hands-on, but I did not. Thank you so much for asking, and thank you for the Patreon plug. Yeah, I do a lot of stuff. I think it's good. I hope you'll watch it.
There's a new Hop, Lip, and Jump Up, or is coming out?
It's up for early access patrons right now. It will be live. It's Thursday right now, so tomorrow, Friday, it'll be live for everyone.
There you go.
Along with a new episode of Red Dead Radio, which is a weekly show. With John Ryan and Alana and I talking about what we want for Red Dead Redemption 2 this week.
Nice.
Did some Jared Directs this month. That's a new thing. Our first.
Is it like a Nintendo Direct to you?
Yeah, but it's a lot of stuff. This has been a very busy month. I've done more, I think, professionally this month than I've ever done. It's very exciting.
Glad to know you half-assed it at IGN.
Moving
on to the next question. Speaking of IGN, Joe writes into kindafunny.com/KFGD and says, in response to yesterday's question about Alana Pierce leaving IGN, I've noticed that every time someone has left that site or other sites, they never announce where they're going. Do you guys have any idea why this seems to be the norm? Especially when usually if you really want to know where they're going, you can find out via LinkedIn pretty quickly afterwards.
I think that's an easy one.
I don't think that works. I don't think LinkedIn works for our kind of people, does it?
I mean, you can check sometimes. People update it pretty quickly. But
Go ahead and take it.
No, it's two things. One, you learn in this business that you have to be very careful about what you say and when you say it, because once it's out there, you can't take it back.
Yeah.
So you just wait for that moment that all the paperwork is signed, all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. And also, there's a certain protocol and etiquette. You don't want to be like, well, I'm stepping away from this because this right away. It's not, you don't want to crap on your friends. That's some of it. And the other part of it that I think is important to remember too is that what we do for a living is a weird kind of marketing, and breaking up announcements helps you get news out more clearly.
Sure.
Announcing two things at once is generally less effective than announcing one thing two times.
Yeah, you nail it. Because, I mean, usually what happens is there's two waves. The first is, I'm leaving. Oh, my God, I'm going to miss you. I can't believe it. You're so great here, blah, blah, blah. And then the next one is, I'm starting here. Oh, my God, I'm so excited that you're here. This is a great place. And that's what, Alana said. She's going to another company. So it's like, it's part of, you don't want to, you can't be there and be like, hey, guess what? I'm leaving IGN. Be on IGN and be like, I'm leaving IGN to go to wherever. You know what I mean? Like, sit there and start naming off other people that are competitors in a way.
Yeah. That said, I didn't announce when I left Electronic Arts. I just announced I started working here.
Right.
But that was for different. That was a different kind of situation. I wasn't leaving one public facing role for another. I was leaving a quiet role for a public facing role. And so that affects how you do that.
Kevin writes into kindafunny.com/KFGD and says, after watching the party mode of Killer Queen, great work, guys. How successful do you think it will be playing one with randoms? So number one, playing with randoms. Number two, without being able to communicate easily. Of course, Kevin's talking about over on patreon.com/kindafunnygames right now. For just $1, you can get next week's party mode now. It is us at E3 playing Killer Queen Black on the Nintendo Switch, having a great time. It's a great question, Kev. Have you ever played Killer Queen?
I love Killer Queen.
Just making sure, right?
Yep.
Communication's such a big part of that game.
It is, yes.
And so, I think the way we played it is the way we'll probably always play it. I feel like 4 players, 1 TV, 4 controllers is the way to play that game, and then go take on another 4 people on the internet. I do understand that, it's going to be that, all right, cool. If you get so into Killer Queen, and you guys will, because Killer Queen is fucking awesome, I think it then becomes a Discord thing of, cool, we're all going to play together tonight, we're going to form a team and then go out and do it. We'll all get on Discord instead of whenever Nintendo's online thing is all set up.
Yeah, that's a game made to be played in the same room. Now, is Killer Queen Black 4 or 5?
4.
It is 4.
Killer Queen normal is 5 on 5.
Right,
Killer Queen
is
Switch
4.
is 4 and 4.
Okay, I thought, I wasn't sure if that was an upper limit or not. So if that was a hard limit, okay, that's 4 and 4 then.
So number one, playing with randoms, I think is going to suck, and I don't think it's how you want to play that game, and I don't think that is what you should do or anything like that. Playing with randoms through a squad up or something, getting each other's PSN names and exchanging all that stuff, that's a different ball of wax. But being able to communicate is a huge thing for that.
That's a different ball of beeswax when you're playing Killer Queen. Also, Killer Queen, you're not able to communicate easily. You're able to communicate beasily. Don't forget
you're
that.
the worst.
All right?
All right, you took it too far.
There's just too much buzz about Killer Queen.
Oh my god!
Hey, Greg.
It's just sweet as honey.
Last night, the Emporium, we were playing that game. That was definitely the highlight.
Right?
Yeah, the best friends were loving it.
Did you play it?
Not really. But I was sitting there watching intensely. I like that more.
Yeah,
so
Emporium's got it, and everybody loves it. And like when that finally gets to Switch, man, woo-wee, people have been playing that. Yeah. We've already been talking, the Kind of Funny kids.
Yeah,
we'll take you on.
No, I'm in. I don't play a lot of online games. I'm totally in on Killer Queen. Don't get stung. Play with your friends.
Oh my god! Time to squad up. This is where you play with your friends. If you didn't know, you can write into kindafunny.com/KFGD, giving your name, username, platform of choice, and why you need help in a video game. I read it here. The best friends come and find you, and everybody plays games together. Today, Nick needs help on his Switch. Timely, as we're talking about that Killer Queen business.
Timely, eh?
His Switch friend code is, and he says, deep breath, SW 26443343039. Then why does Nick need help? What's up, Greg and Jared? I just got my hands on the Nintendo Switch, and with just a few hours, I'm in love. Right now, all I have are Mario Tennis Aces and Fortnite, and I'm terrible at both. Worse, I have no friends who own a Switch. If you're looking to help a best friend out, please add me. Thank you guys for all you do. Keep fucking that widget. I already missed the widge. Nick. And then there's a really complicated friends code that'll be in the description and all that jazz for you. So go, friend Nick. Jared.
It's time for You're Wrong.
We ask people watching the show live to go to kindoffunny.com/you're wrong and tell us what we screw up as we screwed up, so we set the record straight.
What we factually get wrong. Not our wrong opinions.
No. I don't want that crap.
No.
Take your editorializing, shove it up your butt.
Okay, what do you think? What do you think Ignacio Rojas has for us today?
Ignacio Rojas. We didn't do too bad today, it looks like.
Did you do bad?
Yeah. Capitalist Pig points out that I was like, when did the lawsuit thing happen? They were reported last week by TMZ, Thursday the 21st. Okay, great. Somebody's guessing why. Kebabs is guessing why. Hammond's named Hammond. I don't care. A lot of people are correcting Andy on some of this stuff I don't care about how this hamster works. That's on Andy.
Oh, what about the hamster? Yeah, the magic hamster? Yeah. Space hamster. Space hamster with his gorilla friend.
Hasbin Swift says, Greg said Dr. Eggman. As a fellow kid, I insist he says Dr. Robotnik. I hate that they changed his name. They changed his name. He'll always be Dr. Robotnik.
He's Dr. Robotnik in my heart, too.
But it's just
I am him. I mean, we are the same person.
Charles J says we're not wrong, but additional info on Next Up Hero from today's release. There's crossplay between PC, Mac, Switch, and Xbox. This is co-op. PlayStation's not included. It's a gauntlet-style dungeon crawler. Includes Dungeon Maker and permadeath.
Oh, there we go.
Kebab says Desert Golfing specifically has 64,465 holes you have to go through until you hit the end.
I'm not sure that's true anymore.
Lucar Wolf says, Jared, these bee jokes really sting.
There we go. Ha ha! There's more and more buzz about him.
Moose Jaw John says, Binding of Isaac. Four Souls plays nothing like Legend of Zelda Four Swords. A quote from Ed McMillan himself, quote, it plays nothing like Zelda Four Swords. And that's it. Now it's people joking around.
There we go.
If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Kind of Funny Games Daily. Each and every weekday on a variety of platforms, we run you through the nerdy video game news you need to know about. If you like that, be part of the show. kindoffunny.com/KFGD. Watch us live on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames. Watch us later on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. And listen on podcast services around the globe. Jared?
Yes, sir.
You're doing the Gamescast with me this afternoon.
I am.
If you're watching live, you can watch it live later. Patreon.com/kindoffunnygames for just $1. Or tomorrow you can pick it up on patreon.com/kindoffunnygames before it goes up for free on Monday.
But why not pay that $1 right now? Hop in, see it live.
Oh, come on,
definitely.
Man. Pre-show, post-show, it'll be fun.
Pre-show and post-show are fun.
Andrew's on the show tomorrow. Kind of Funny Prom Saturday. There's a bunch of community events going on right now. Until next time, no. It's been our pleasure to serve you.